If you're on OnlyFans, you got to watch this. Okay, here we go.
Feel about a 40-year-old guy dating a 19-year-old chick?
I think it's wrong. No, that is completely not okay. She's a full-grown adult, but I don't think it's okay. No, I don't.
But it's okay for a woman to sell herself on OnlyFans at 18 and get railed on camera for money, but not enter a consensual relationship.
I would like to chime in and just let y'all know I made more money from my sugar daddy than I did from my full-time job that I have a college degree for.
Oh, respectfully. No, same. No, me as well. Yeah, absolutely. So I did the same thing.
Right. So 18-year-old women sitting there so they have the wherewithal and the agency to have sex with themselves or have sex with other men on OF, right? But not to have sex with a 40-year-old.
No, they have the agency to have sex with the 40-year-old.
Okay.
But why the heck does a 40-year-old want to have sex with a 19-year-old?
Because he may want that's
I mean, I understand
because he might be physically attracted to her and she's gone through puberty. This is not
actually, you know what subjectively holds the value over a woman is her fertility.
Right. And obviously younger women are more
well, no, it's not. You're probably most fertile in your early 20s, but your reproductive career is longer if you're 19.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, exactly. And this is absolutely not a conscious decision on the man's part.
It's evolutionary.
It's evolutionary. Yeah,
yes.
It's survival based.
But we are also creatures.
Also,
as
birth
mammals,
control really affects.
We get to make choices, and
birth control really affects
to know when a woman's mature and an adult and still developing.
But women do mature faster
herself.
than men.
Right, but what 19-year-old really knows what she wants?
Okay, what about 21? 21 and 40, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so 21 and 40 is okay.
But 19 to 21 is
19 is first.
Jump. 19 is
first.
a young woman.
Someone who is in the industry and has some insights, and I mean,
Pre-qualifiers.
Yes, pre-qualifiers. When I was 18, I was seeing someone who was 32, and I do not recommend it to anybody. It was traumatic.
Grooming.
Would you say that
you felt like I was grooming?
In general, 32-year-olds, or that?
Felt like I was grooming?
That specific one. But I do have to say, when you are 18, you are not fully developed in the brain. You're still, in my opinion, acting as if you are a child.
Cool. Then maybe you shouldn't be allowed to have sex with men on OnlyFans at 18.
Maybe you shouldn't be allowed to join the military.
Hang on. I never said that I was I'm against people at 18 doing it. I think it should be 21 to 25 and up.
Yeah.
I even say 25 and up. That's only because you're not fully more developed in your.
What's your attitude towards an 18, 19-year-old man going for cougars, for example?
I also don't think. I think that's also predatory.
You think so?
Really?
Yes.
On whose part?
On whose?
On the woman who is older. Anyone who's older, who's
shout out to Brittany Renner,
who is
getting pregnant by
18-year-olds who is
PJ
not
Washington.
mentally sound like that, who is not.
All right.
Young men.
I feel like I missed a good part just then.
I've seen a lot of people who get into the adult industry, not just OnlyFans, but further. And they don't know how to manage their money. They don't know how to manage their emotions. A lot of them get into drugs. A lot of them get into alcohol.
Drugs is a big one for the women, I hear.
It's both.
Yeah.
It's both. They don't know who they are yet.
It was more for the numbing effect, is what I'm saying. There was.
More the thing.
It's all. Yeah.
I remember watching a documentary, and the women were like, "Yeah, we take drugs and we can't feel anything."
No, it hasn't. No, that's not. That's not true.
Oh, maybe not anymore.
It's emotional numbness.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not claiming to know anything. I just.
It's more emotional and mental numbness to not think about what you're doing.
Yeah.
Because
my experience with porn is the way that it was presented in 2006. You know, when you load a JPEG and it's like.
Yeah.
And there's a serious amount of head before you get to the.
You put a lot of work into looking at porn back in 06.
Oh yeah, jeez.
In 94, a lot of work.
I've just seen all the sides of porn, and I don't agree that someone should be in porn until they get older.
Yeah.
Who does porn benefit the most?
Literally the businesses.
Yeah. I think that was the case. I think it's women now. I think with only giving you 80% of what you make.
It's the businesses now. It's still because they're selling her likeness.
I wouldn't advocate for anyone under 25 being in any space as a female, because you haven't got your
peak market value.
I know.
25.
You know
23,
why?
24.
You know why though? It's because that 18 to 25 as a female, you're most likely to say yes to things that you wouldn't normally say yes to. Exactly. You haven't got this experience. You say yes to please someone else. You think you're doing it. When you become sexually confident.
Wait. Hold on. The problem is, what about the 100 million men that are on OnlyFans that are saying yes to please because they have no sexual abundance whatsoever? No, it's not just young women that are saying yes to please. It's sexless men who are doing this.
They Yeah.
And what I'm telling you is men who are sexless are just as impressionable, and there's more of them.
With great power comes great responsibility, and
Yeah.
those who hold the power have the responsibility to withhold or provide certain services. So if you can't stop simps from consuming porn, perhaps the problem is the women that provide it and not necessarily the simps that go after it. Because what you're doing then is exactly
I disagree.
no, because what you're doing then is you're going after it at the consumer level, which is always the last level to go after it. You need to go after it at the source, which is what they did with recyclable bags. It's like, oh, what do you mean you're going shopping without a recyclable bag, a reusable bag? What do you mean? Look, I'm not.
But if we're talking about economics here, if there's
Yes,
demand,
yes, exactly. Yes.
If there's demand and we create supply, we're not the problem.
But no, the problem is that when you say that, you can get into child porn. There's demand.
No,
but
no,
no one
no.
should
No
be
one wants
no
that.
one should be creating
No, but
supply.
we legally can
Yes,
create
I
supply.
agree.
Well, right. Well,
There's a big man.
just
there might
because,
be
just
issues
because there is
that come
demand for
with it,
fentanyl and cocaine.
I was gonna say there's
That's
a big demand for
Yeah,
black
yeah,
tar
yeah,
heroin.
yeah.
You know?
And they create it.
And equally as well, I've got twins. I've got a
And
girl.
yes,
I've got a girl and a
economically,
boy.
that's very, very good, but morally, not so much.
I do have to say, nothing is better than having a loved one in your presence and fucking them. I know that you said that,
It's
we
pretty
can
good.
give validation, but
Mhm.
honestly, even though I'm in the industry, I am very much like, I really can't get off unless I have an emotional connection.
All right,
I'm
all
one of
right,
That's
all
pretty
right.
typical. Pretty typical.
But I'm
That's
one of
how
the
other
few in
women-
porn that actually does that. Okay, I'm one of the few. Like, we need to have a connection, the very least in porn. But thankfully, I have a man right now.
Because you're a Virgo.
Incredible. So
Yes.
Oh, okay.